Hey guys, it's Cosmic Cubing, and in this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to solve the Sudoku cube. Let's get into it. So if you guys don't know, the Sudoku cube is one of the hardest puzzles out there. And I managed to figure out how to solve it by myself. It took around 30 minutes of trying to solve it, and I figured it out. It wasn't as hard as I thought. So the first thing you're gonna wanna think about is how you wanna orient it. Now, how I recommend orienting it, making it a lot easier, is finding an orientation where all of the middle pieces in this layer are facing the same direction. So have them facing, or have them standing up. So if you do this, you should have a 1 on top and a 6 on the bottom. That's how I orient it, and it is so much easier. So let's scramble this and let's get into this. Okay, so to start with, you're gonna want to find that orientation that we talked about like 20 seconds ago. So where all your pieces will be facing up. So mine would have a 1 on the top and a 6 on the bottom. Just like this. So as you can see, once they're all facing that right direction, you're ready to start. So the first step is to kind of just guess. You're gonna need to guess for this a lot until it just matches up. That's what I did when I solved it, because it makes the last layer the hardest part no matter what, because you have to figure out which piece would this go, right? So what I recommend doing is taking a piece, any piece. So I'll take this slot, 4 and a 6. Okay, so that means that the piece that I'm choosing can't have a 4 up here and a 6 down here. If you know so if you know what Sudoku is, which is basically where you can't have the same number in a column or row or column, right? So every piece on here, 1 through 9, has to be different. Now, it has to be that way for every single side, which is what makes this puzzle so difficult. Now, this is a piece that would go in this layer. I can almost guarantee it, because as you can see, these pieces are facing the right direction. So I'll take this piece and bring it in, just like this. Now I'm gonna so this piece might not be in the right place. I'm just putting it in here because it goes in this layer somewhere. Here, let me fix this. So how I know, no, is this a 9 or a 6? Wait, that's a 9, okay. Sometimes they look the same. Okay, so how I can tell is because this piece matches the same orientation that this centerpiece should be. So these are facing the same direction and these are facing the same direction. Now, this might not be the right piece. This could go in any of these places. But I'm just putting it in here because really it could go in any of these. I will fix it all later once I have all my edges in. Now this is another one that could go in here. It could go right. So this piece could go right here. I'm not sure, I'm just putting in there to guess. This is another piece that could go in here. Basically, you're gonna pick out pieces that could go in there because they have the same orientation. Now, the kind of piece I'm looking for is one that fits in here, but this piece is sideways. So, like this piece right here. It goes in the other one. Just like this. Okay, they're facing the same direction, just not sure if it's the correct piece. This is the last piece that I believe could go in here. So I'm gonna put it in here. Which way does it go in? Maybe it doesn't go in there, but I'll try it. Nope, that piece does not go in there. So I'm just finding one last piece that would fit in here. because this piece would go in the F2L slots. I know that for a fact because this is only right when it's facing in this layer. It couldn't go up here because it just wouldn't fit. There is a lot of logic to this puzzle, and that's what makes this puzzle insanely difficult. Now, this piece, does this piece go in there? No. This piece is the hardest one to figure out, but you're able to figure out what your F12 will look like. F12 is another very difficult step to this puzzle. I think it could be this piece. Ooh. There we go. I found it. This piece. So now that this could be right, I'm gonna keep it like this. Basically until, let me make sure none of these, okay. So I'm gonna keep it like this and do my F12 and see if I made any mistakes. So the first step to F12 is to find, so I'm looking for a piece that would fit in there, but this piece can't go in there because it has a 4. Now, this cube turns terribly though. Yeah, this cannot go in there. Let's try this piece. Let's try it in here. You're gonna need to try a lot of different pieces. This part takes the longest. This cannot go in there. Nope. So I'm looking, oh, right here? Yeah. This is one of them that could go in here because it fits right in there. And there's no duplicating numbers. So I'd insert all your corners first until you're done with, I'd insert all your corners and then do all your edges. So you have less pieces to work with. Okay, so come on. Nope, because these two pieces need to be facing in the same direction. This one? Nope. Yeah, do the RU to R prime U prime move until you're done, until you flip this piece around all the way. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty quiet step. Ooh, right here. Okay, now we need to look for this piece. So flip it around. One more time. Nope. Nope. Flip it around. I think this piece could go in here. One more time. Nope. Okay, so we're missing one piece. Now every once in a while, check to, ooh, that's not a good thing, because these two numbers are duplicating. So this piece cannot go in here. Oh, never mind, it won't go in there anyway. I thought that was supposed to go in there. Yes. No. Okay, well I'm gonna put it in there. And then, because I can fix it all later, because all these numbers are right. But I just need to fix the centers until they're matched up. That's why it doesn't matter where you put the edges, they'll be in the right place. You just need to find the right orientation for the centers. Because as you can see, this is right, but if I turn it 1, that's right, 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 wrong. So there's only one correct orientation. Okay, so now we're on to F12. So this is the most annoying part because there's only one place it can go into, and that's hard to figure out. Like this piece cannot go in here because of the 2. This one could go in here, so I'm gonna put it in. Okay, that's the first piece. The second piece is this one with an 8 and a 6. It can only go in one way. It could go in here. So I'm gonna put it in. Okay. Now for the next piece. Okay, this piece has to go in here. It's the only place it can go in. It gets pretty consistent to the last layer. That's always the hardest part. And of course, it goes in. Okay, so now I recommend checking to make sure you haven't messed anything up. All different numbers, different numbers, different numbers, different numbers, and these are all different. Last layer. This is the hardest part. I tried doing the beginner last layer where I make the cross and then I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see, we have only one piece facing the right way. Yeah, so I recommend grabbing a 3x3 just to make sure. Okay, so the first step of the last layer is to, well, make the cross. So, okay, so basically, you just want to make your cross on the top. Now, the best way to figure out which pieces are right or not is to look at these and figure out, okay, so are any of these actually facing the right way? Now, I only see one piece, but this piece could be wrong, which it is, because no other pieces are right. And you cannot just have one edge solved, so do this alg, or not really alg, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, bring it to the back, and then do F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. Then look at that, all of your edges are right. Now, what I'm gonna do is look and see these two pieces are not right, this piece isn't, and this piece is not. Move it this way and take a look, not right, could be correct, not right, could be correct. So now oh yeah, instead, because what I'm trying to do here, oh, that's right, okay, is look for one edge that is correct, then do an anti-zoom to orient it. Now, on the Sudoku cube, that's actually a lot easier, because you can look at this and see which piece is lined up correctly with the center, which is this piece. Anti-zoom, and look at that, they're all right. Now, this is the part that I messed up on that made my cube pop last time, but let's take a look. This piece is right, okay? You're gonna wanna look for a corner that's right, just like this. As you can see, no other corners are correct except for this corner. And then I'm just gonna do one L and to solve it, and that corner is this one. L prime U, R prime U prime L U. Wait, maybe I had it right before. This corner is right because what you need to do is kind of visualize the corner twisting itself correctly. And as you can see, if I twist it one way, this corner will be right. And this corner is already correct. And this corner, I can visualize it turning this way, and it's correct. Okay, so all of the corners are correct. So what I'm gonna do is do R prime D prime R D until it's right. This corner is already right. And then D prime R prime D R, D prime R prime D R. And now, once you have your top layer solved, you're going to turn it every time around until all these match up and the Sudoku cube is solved. So that is how you solve the Sudoku cube. It is an insanely hard puzzle. You could tell I was struggling a little bit during this because this puzzle is still insanely difficult to solve. Now, if this video is helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post. Bye.